This is Time Warner Cable's local edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. Wayne Powell is here. He is the mayor pro tem of Manhattan Beach, and you have been on the news internationally lately as a result of an incident that could have been tragic. Fortunately, it was not for Steve Robles, and that was with regard to a shark attack the day after the 4th of July. For those that are not familiar with the event, tell us about it.
Right. Well, we had someone that apparently was fishing for sharks, which apparently is not illegal. We would hope that we can change that.
Okay.
And he had hooked a juvenile white shark. The shark was, thrashing and struggling to extricate himself. And then over a period of 40 minutes, there were swimmers that came by, and one happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time.
What's miraculous about the incident is that this juvenile shark did bite the individual in the torso, and the individual described literally opening the mouth back up of the shark to release himself. Mm-hmm. How was he able to do that? Was it the juvenile state of the shark? Do you know?
Well, it was only a 7-foot shark.
Okay.
And he said, and I talked to him after our recent council meeting, he said, I figured if I didn't extricate myself from that shark, I was going to die.
Wow. Now, what does this say to you, though, about the safety of our waters? I mean, look, ever since Jaws, which I actually just watched about a month ago with my kids, there's this kind of irrational fear about sharks. And the reality is our waters are safe, I presume. But, there's an issue. Talk to us about it, sir.
Yes, we have a number of baby white sharks that frequent our beach, and, mostly in the El Porto section.
In the Manhattan Beach region.
Yes. And they're just curious, and we have paddle boarders that, go over the top of them. They're probably as scared of us as we are of them.
As I understand it, and forgive me, but we're not very tasty to sharks. I mean, that's what I've been told. It's just they're not interested in humans.
That's correct, and especially these juvenile white sharks. They feed on small bottom-feeding fish. The thing is, when you agitate them, that is a different story, and that's what happened.
And from what I understand, if there had been no agitation with the shark being caught, the shark would have no interest in Steve Robles. I mean, it just wouldn't have happened.
Exactly. He was just thrashing to try and extricate itself from the hook.
So what is Manhattan Beach doing to try to protect swimmers? Because like you said, for whatever reason, juvenile sharks enjoy those waters. Mm-hmm. So you want to avoid the agitation you just described.
Right. Well, we immediately implemented a ban on pier fishing, all fishing, and but now we're getting a little pushback from the Coastal Commission and the State Department of Fish and Wildlife. At our Tuesday council meeting, we declared a public emergency
and what does that
nuisance.
mean?
Well, that gives us the right to have a temporary timeout. Right now, what we'd like to do is have legislation that prohibits the thick tensile steel lines, the thick hooks, and the bait and other things that are only for shark fishing. We don't have issues with regular fishers. It's just...
So a normal line that we would see, that kind of thin, is it Velcro? I'm not even sure what it is.
Yes.
That would never be able to hook a shark.
That's correct. And the shark would break free instantaneously from that. Probably wouldn't even be hooked either.
So does the city have the authority to pass a ban like that under California law, where you would be able to ban those thick tinsel lines, et cetera?
That is debatable, and we're hoping that we can do that. It's a reasonable, we're not banning fishing, period, just the things that could prevent another situation like that. If we can't, we'll go to Sacramento and we'll get laws changed.
To get special legislation giving cities the authority to pass very specific targeted legislation.
Yes, and I'm determined to do that.
Okay, his name is Wayne Powell. He's the mayor pro tem of the city of Manhattan Beach. I'm Brad Pomerance, and this is Time Warner Cable's local edition.